In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Motorola Edge Plus 2023. Stay tuned. Alright everyone, hopefully you guys are having a good day. Hopefully everyone is safe out there. We have the Moto Edge Plus 2023 right here, a phone that really nobody has been talking about. Of course, you have your odd video here or there from some decently big YouTubers, but nobody's really covered this phone for a long amount of time and they haven't really went too deep into it. So obviously, device retails at $799, but you can get it at Best Buy right now for $699, as well as Amazon. So if you guys would like to purchase this device, I'll leave the Amazon link in the description down below. That is going to be, of course, an affiliate link, so it always helps out the channel if you buy it through there. But before we unbox this device, for that $699 price tag, there are many other phones that cost way more. I'm talking $600, $700, $800, even $900 more than this device, and they have the same specifications inside of them. So this is going to be a device that I think is going to shock a lot of you with what it entails. So first and foremost, we have the IP68 dust and water resistance, of course up to 1.5 meters for 30 minutes. We have a 165 hertz refresh rate on the display, which is beautiful to see. We have that Dolby Vision, and we have a peak of 1300 nits. So you guys are definitely going to be able to see this in direct sunlight. Also, we have a POLED display. This is going to be a 1080 by 2400 resolution, 20 by 9 aspect ratio, 395 ppi. From what I've heard so far, this display does look good, so I'm excited to check it out because I haven't seen it in real life yet, so I'm super excited about that. Obviously, we have Android 13 straight out of the box on this device, but the kicker is we have the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 inside of here. So beautiful that we have that in here. We also have the Adreno 740 for a GPU. We have a base 512 gigabytes of internal storage and a base 8 gigabytes of RAM. Now, beautiful to see that we have that 512 in here because we cannot expand our storage via micro SD card. And as you guys know, on many other devices, for example, the Galaxy S23 Ultra can expand your memory, and their actually base model is 256. So this has double what their base has. I feel like the only thing that this phone may lack in a little bit, and honestly, we haven't even checked out the cameras yet, but it may be the cameras. We have stereo speakers on this device as well. Great to see that. We have NFC, obviously. We have a under display fingerprint sensor, and we have a 5100 milliamp battery inside of here, as well as a 68 watt wired charge and a 15 watt wireless charge, and of course a 5 watt reverse wired and a 5 watt reverse wireless charge. This does come in one color, I believe, and that is Interstellar Black, which we're going to take a look at right now. But some great things that you're about to see right now are in the box. Let's unbox it. Remember to always cut away from you guys. I don't know why I see so many people cutting towards themselves. That's how you hurt yourself. Okay, so we have the box right here for the Moto Edge Plus. We're gonna put the phone to the side. This is, I believe, going to be a 6.7 inch display, but inside of here, of course, we are going to have, what is this? So this is our startup guide right here. Of course, our legal and safety regulatory. We also have a USB Type-C to USB Type-C data cable in here, as well as the actual charger. And this is not just a regular base charger. This is a 68 watt fast charger inside of the box on a flagship phone. Or I guess you guys would say higher mid-range. I don't know what you guys would classify this as. I think $699 is flagship, but that is inside the box. Beautiful to see. So decent unboxing experience so far. We're gonna go ahead and take this out of its sleeve and take a look at this Interstellar Black right now. Ooh, that is a nice looking color right there. And it looks like minimal fingerprints on the back of this phone. And it does kind of have like this soft texture. However, it is still smooth, so definitely get a case because it may be a little slippery. This definitely reminds me of the OnePlus devices while also staying like a Motorola device. So of course we have the Motorola insignia right here. We have the beautiful Interstellar back, which I think this is a nice looking color. And of course the camera module and the emblem right here is flickering in the light with its shininess. So beautiful to see. And of course on our camera module, we have a triple camera setup. Our main camera is going to be a 50 megapixel wide angle camera. Our secondary is going to be a 12 12 megapixel telephoto, and our 50 megapixel is going to be an ultra wide camera. We do also have dual LED flash on this as well. We have panorama, we have HDR, and we can shoot up to 8K at 30 frames per second on this device's camera. We also have 4K, 30 or 60 frames per second, and 1080p at 30, 60, 120, 240, or 960 frames per second. But I'm gonna go ahead and turn this phone on right now. The haptic feedback actually felt good right there. Going to the right side of the phone, we have a spaced volume up and down rocker, which I always love to see. And of course, we have our single power button right here. All of these feel super tactile and clicky. Top of the phone, of course, we have a speaker at the top of the phone. And we have, of course, our noise canceling mic. Left side of the phone, we have absolutely nothing. Also, bottom of the phone, we of course have our SIM tray right there, another noise canceling mic, our USB Type-C port, and of course our speaker. Now, as you guys know, this is going to have an edge, or I guess kind of like a rounded sides on this phone, but I think it looks really good. I know a lot of people don't like that type of look. They really like the flat displays and stuff, but honestly, I feel like having that edge on here looks really nice. I think it looks better than the flat display. Some people can say otherwise, but that's my opinion on this. We're gonna set this up in a second, but obviously right here, we also have a front-facing camera. This is going to be our single 60 megapixel wide angle camera. We also have HDR in this camera, and we can shoot up to 4K at 60 or 1080p up to 240 frames per second on this device as well. But definitely like what I'm seeing so far on this device. All right, guys, so we are finally inside of the phone, and I have to say this display does actually look really good, and the edges of the display look really decent as well. You're gonna have no issues in direct sunlight with this brightness on here. It is a super bright display on this device, so excellent display so far. Absolutely love it, especially for the $699 price tag. It's kind of weird how unpopular this phone is. It's kind of weird how there haven't been a ton of people covering this device, because so far I've absolutely loved everything I've been seeing. I've just played with it off camera. One thing that I do like straight away is that we do have stereo speakers. So we have a speaker not only just on the bottom, or a couple speakers on the bottom, but we have a speaker on the top of the phone, and we have a speaker at the bottom. So it's going to be a really decent experience when you're playing video games. Also, when you're watching movies and TV shows and just scrolling on social media. Great thing is they're on opposite sides. So your speaker is going to be on the left side on the top, and the other speaker is going to be on the right side. So even if you have it like this and you're playing your video games, you're not going to cover up one of the speakers at least. Really like that. Also, the haptic feedback so far has been great. Really liking that. The display, obviously, as we said that before, but I do want to go ahead and take a look at a few things. We're going to go ahead and take a look at a 4K video in a second. And we're going to take a look at the camera right here right now as well. And I think one of the big things that a lot of people like about Motorola devices, especially the fanboys of Motorola, is that it is a stock Android device, but not only stock Android, it has kind of its Motorola user interface. So you have certain things like chop for flashlight, you know, twist for camera that you don't have on devices that are completely stock Android. There are a lot of things that you can do on this device that a lot of you probably haven't unlocked yet. And man, this device is probably going to be a device that the majority of people that are going out and buying Galaxy S23s and flips and foldables for $1,500, $1,600, $1,700 should pick up this instead. And I've seen a lot of videos on this, and I've seen a lot of people explaining that this is probably a better pickup, because this is going to give you everything that you need on a device that you want. Like if you want a luxury device, this is going to give you everything you want if you want a luxury device. Obviously, for the 1% of the population that is just extreme nerds and they do crazy stuff on their devices, you may want something a little different, or a different form factor. But so far, this has surprised the hell out of me for $699. So absolutely loving this so far. If we go into the drop down bar menu, obviously we have do not disturb, your auto rotate, we have device controls, we have our flashlight, battery saver, we have our system updates to check right there. We also have Dolby Atmos smart audio. I believe you guys can go ahead and adjust the hertz on there as well if you guys would like to do that. We also have our GIF maker, we have our hotspot. We have a native screen recorder inside of here, as well as our screencast. So if you guys have a smart TV and you guys would like to cast this to your smart TV, you guys can obviously go ahead and do that, or do it through Roku if you don't have a smart TV. We also have power sharing mode, so we can charge something on the back of this. So we have reverse wireless charging on this device at 5 watts. I know it's not the greatest in the world, it's not the greatest wattage or whatever, but still being able to do that on a $699 phone is beautiful. We have our family space right here as well, which I believe you can set up a little mode for your kid to use if they are using your phone at the time. And everything that I'm seeing so far on this device looks beautiful. We're gonna go ahead and test out this camera right now though, and we're gonna get something more colorful than this box to do that on. All right guys, so we have this Kirby controller right here, which I thought looked epic and was only like 18 bucks. This is a Switch controller, kind of off topic, but this is one of the lightest controllers I've ever used. Boom. So quick shutter speed. And this camera looks beautiful. This looks great. The colors are color accurate. Saturation is perfect on this. The detail is really, really decent. This controller is dusty, so it's still picking up the dust on it, which is actually pretty wild. But this is actually really color accurate. This camera looks good. I don't know what else to say. We're going to do a full review on the camera, so don't worry. We're gonna do more than this. This is not the camera review, but this looks really good. I really do like what I'm seeing so far. And we can shoot up to 8K, which is great to see as well. But next thing we're gonna go ahead and do is probably go in here, pop inside of here a little bit, because I've done this on a few other Motorola devices, but we have something set up for you guys if you guys are new Motorola users. And you guys can actually personalize your device straight from the Motorola application. So you just click allow. So when you have your initial setup on your Motorola Edge Plus, you can go ahead and change your wallpaper, your lock screen, the colors of your applications, your icon shapes, the fonts, the display size and text, the layout, the fingerprint animation, the peak display, the sounds. You can change it to dark mode. We also have edge lighting right here as well, which I believe that's kind of for like notifications or whatever. But also I want to go ahead and show you how quick this fingerprint sensor is. Go ahead and show you this. Boom. Boom. So this is a really, really good fingerprint sensor, even if you have it off. Boom. Super quick, super accurate. I haven't had any issues with this fingerprint sensor so far. I'm really liking what I'm seeing on this device. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I put up a community tab, I believe a week ago, and unanimously everybody was saying the Motorola Edge Plus. Last thing I just want to go ahead and take a look at and kind of show you guys as well is the speaker on this device, or let's say speakers on this device. Also, I want to check out how a 4K video looks on this device. That would be nice to see, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. All right guys, so I believe we have a downscaled 2160p, so we're gonna go ahead and click on that. And this phone is capable of HDR, of course, and 60 frames per second, obviously. But we have an HDR display on this, so we're gonna go ahead and show you how this looks. Let's go ahead and hear this as well. Display is top notch. Display is top notch. So anybody that wants to buy a flagship, guys, you guys are going to be perfectly fine with this display. POLED display, beautiful, beautiful looking display. 165 hertz on here as well. So that's something that we have over a few different devices that are in the $1,800 category right now. And the crazy thing is we didn't even have that on. Let's go ahead and click that on. So you got to go to display refresh rate, and then turn it on. All right, that looks much better. That looks much better. Wow. You could definitely tell the difference between this and 120. Wow. Let's go back to that video though. Oh my. So display looks so good. I still can't believe this is only 699 bucks, but this is definitely worth the pickup so far. I do want to test out the speakers on an actual like non-copyright music or something like that real quick. So give me a second. All right, guys, here we go in 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, so I believe those are some of the best speakers I have heard on a phone this year. I think even better than like the Google Pixel Fold, better than some other flagship phones that I've seen this year as well. So for $699, guys, this is not the review. This is just a mere first impressions and unboxing. But I have to say, Motorola, I am thoroughly impressed. And I believe Motorola is doing such a good job with their flagship devices. And for this device to be at $699, I can absolutely recommend this. I can definitely recommend this. Just playing around this for like 30-40 minutes. So absolutely love the design of this phone. I feel like the only con that I have so far is this is a slippery back, so if you guys are going to pick up this phone, definitely get a case. I really like this device. I may have some more cons later on, but this is just what I can go off just from a 30-minute first impression. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you guys actually have this device, let me know how this has been treating you. But hopefully you guys have a beautiful day. Again, this has been Safon from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.